Tonight on Hunter's podcast, we're going to get into speculation. The season has started. HHN is only a mere 7 months away, so we're going to get into rumor IPs, rumor originals, things we want, things we don't, and it's going to be a fun time, so get ready for this spooktacular type of time. Yeah.
Thrill Me. This show is part of the Thrill Me Podcast Network. Experience more on Facebook and YouTube.
It's time for Hunter's Podcast, a show dedicated to Halloween horror nights, haunted attractions, and all things spooky. Here are your hosts, Mr. Wonderful, Zach Hilton, and Brooke Hilton.
Butt's back.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, weird things happening. I didn't realize we were going live.
Oh, we're not live. We're just recording.
Way to spoil the illusion, buddy.
Everything you're seeing today is yesterday.
What?
What is happening then is happening now.
Oh, my mind is blown.
As it should be.
Hey, welcome into Hunter's Podcast, your favorite spooktacular show about haunted attractions, spooky things. You heard the intro. I'm Mr. Wonderful. With me, as always, damn enchiladas. Now I want an enchilada, Zach Hilton.
Ooh, it's those damn enchiladas. Hi, how's everybody doing? I know you've seen me around these parts if you're watching via YouTube or listening via Pod app, but we're back for this special. It's getting to that season where more specials will come around from these haunted people.
Yeah.
Yes. And also joining us, the lovely, talented, are you ready? Are you ready? Brooke.
That's me.
That's her.
There it is.
It's actually
That's
pretty
right.
good considering my
2024.
voice is pretty gone.
It is. And look at this. Just, hey, it may be dry January, but your boy's getting nasty with these athletic brewing companies.
Oh, yeah.
Non-alcoholic beers. And
Oh,
let me tell
yeah.
you,
Well,
you got
Celsius
your
going over here.
You do have a Celsius, and I'm proud of you for
It's
doing
late
it.
to be
Look at
drinking
this
a
thing.
Celsius.
Look
Jesus.
at this thing. God damn it.
Not
It's
when you work
gorgeous.
afternoon radio, baby.
He's
And you
that
can
girl.
stay up and you can sleep until 8 o'clock in the morning.
And he has to record another podcast, a Patreon podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
We're recording Frighteners later on, which will be on Patreon when this episode drops, so you can check that out. And if you want to be a Patreon member, just like these fine folks here that I press show to, but is it showing? Yes, it is. Christy, Brady, Joe, Michelle, Mark, Mariah, Nicole, oh, hi, Justin, thou shalt not be named, and the Chad. If you want to be like these fine folks and get some exclusive content, go ahead and join. I said go away. Patreon members.
And for our
Get
Patreon
outta
members,
here.
if you have not realized on our Instagram, you have become a close friend.
That's
and
right.
have gotten some exclusive close
Exclusive.
friend content.
That you're saying
Wait.
it light and you're saying it kind of dirty,
It
where it
makes
comes
me-
off a little creepy.
I mean,
That's my
listen,
voice right now.
I will absolutely pay for our own Patreon to get this exclusive content.
You're in it. You've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, I have seen it. You're right.
Oh my
Man,
gosh.
you
Wow.
know.
Listen.
Wow. Yeah, I made sure all the Thrill Me guys could be
This-
a part of it just to see what it is.
This is also, if you have been following along with the close friends, you have realized that this is the better of my voice the past.
Oh yeah,
few
yeah.
days,
Because on those,
so-
you've gone from a Christopher Lambert into kind of a Scar Johansson. If you close your eyes, like right now, just really quickly, everybody close your
closing my
eyes and
eyes.
just close your eyes and say, "There can be only one."
There can be only one.
Connor
Ooh.
McLeod of the Clan McLeod sounds
Oh
just
my
like him.
God.
All right.
What's wrong with my sewing?
You do sound like drunk Craig.
I
now
do.
thinking of it. All right. Well, guess what, ladies and
That's
gentlemen?
reality bites.
We are, that's a Patreon exclusive as well. Check that out. Also, check out Thrill Me Weekly, where we talk about these shows. All right, let's get into what I wanted to talk about. I don't see one picture that I wanted up here, but that is fine. We will make this work. Currently, rumors and speculation.
Rumor has it.
Boom, boom. Rumor has it. And I kind of want to dive. Hopefully this works. The last time this froze the computer. And I didn't have this. I didn't have it ready this time. So let's hope this goes down. So Brooke actually dropped something to me right before the show started, and I did not know about this. You said it dropped the 16th, which is today.
Yes.
Which is wild to me.
The news article came out today.
The news article. Yeah. So I'm trying to pull it up right now. And the news article is a rumor about the Fear Factor stage going away. It's finally in that, once again, it must be a new year. It must be the beginning of the season about said thing going away. So let me get rid of that. I'm going to pull this up so everybody can see it. Excuse me.
You see what we see.
Yeah. Also, we're on YouTube or pod apps, so if that's why it sounds a little...
Sorry for the pod app, folks.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. But here we go. Demolition of the Fear Factor live theater at Universal Studios Florida to start this spring. And this is from... I don't even know. Who did you share it from?
Orlando Theme Park Zone.
Thanks. Okay, so here we go. As with any kind of rumor, this information should be considered unofficial until Universal Orlando officially confirms it. According to Screamscape, a rumor suggests that the demolition of the Fear Factor live theater at Universal Florida may start this spring. Quote, over the years, the venue has been closed and rumored for demolition a few times, only for plans to change and the replacement project to get dropped. Now the time has come once again, and Screamscape has been told that we could see the demolition of the arena begin in March or April of this year to clear site for something new. Just don't expect the replacement for it to tie into IPs of the attractions or either side of it. The replacement will be something entirely new for Universal Orlando. So that's just going off the quotes, and like I said before, I feel like we've dealt with these before. So wonderful. What are your thoughts? The rumor's back. They've done it again. What's your first thought?
I'll believe it when I actually see it. And when somebody other than, not to take away from the source, they might be a good source. They might have their stuff together for reals. But until I see like an actual announcement or an actual like true legitimate like Orlando news organization being like, hey, we caught wind of and this is what's gonna, like this is a thing, that's when I'll actually believe it. Until then, why would they knock it down? Why would they get rid of it? What's the what's the point of building something else there when you're already building a third park?
Yeah, I mean, you got a point, and they've done good building with the new Kid Zone, the DreamWorks section to come in. But I've always felt they have gone so heavy into the kids' attractions. Maybe it is time for something new that's a little more of at least a teen kind of IP or new attraction or, something that is a new stage. Right. Maybe it's a different kind of stage that'll be more for the use of people that could come in, watch, leave, instead of a 45-minute to an hour wait for a 30 to 45-minute show that takes up most of your time in the park or HHN.
Right.
How about you?
I mean, they've been saying they're going to tear it down for the longest time. Yeah. And then it seemed like there was a specific reason, like something, not that they wanted to keep it around, like it had something to do with like if they tore it down or something like that. There was something constructually that it wasn't allowing it to happen.
Right.
So I don't know if they finally have figured that out, and maybe it is time, because it's a spot that doesn't get used. Like, it just sits there. So I would be surprised, though, if they start taking it down in the spring, only because that is like their major season, like starting into, you know, the summer, which is like everybody's coming to visit. But I mean, if nobody's over there, no one's over there.
Yeah, but I feel like you'd want to wait till at least after HHN, because you are going to stick something there anyway. So, like,
but see, that's the thing.
Like, do it, and then it's like, and now it's gone.
But that's the thing. If the idea is to get rid of it so we don't have a say, what was the show? Nightmare Fuel?
Yeah.
Like, Nightmare Fuel cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
What if for them, they're just like, well, we'll just do these. Currently, it looks like the water show is getting close to doing something.
Yeah.
That could happen to the summer. So, like, if we have walkabout shows plus the water show, plus we still got the Blue Man Group place that doesn't really have anything. Technically, they could do a show. That's a rumor. But I just feel like
many rumors.
There's so many rumors. But for me, especially with the construction that you're talking about, it's not hard for them to throw up a curtain. It's not hard for them just to tarp off that entire area so you don't see what's going on behind that curtain. For me, I would love for it to go.
Yeah.
Get out of here. The last couple of shows done nothing for me. I get that they get the crowd, and that's good. You're going to need something to hold the crowd.
Right.
But it's time to kind of transform and see where we can go.
I agree with that. I do. Because another year of the same show with a few, like,
Tweaks.
Minor changes,
Right.
tweaks. Exactly. You're right. I
We
can't even say
skip it
changes,
completely.
it's tweaks.
How far can they fall next year?
What's the twist? So last year's twist, she became the queen. So maybe the queen excites revenge and gathers up the former ones that came before, while also grabbing Bill and Ted to come back and also get the Academy of Villains, because you know they pieces of
Oh
shit.
my God.
Okay, let's move on to another thing. A little more certainty into this. Attractions 360, it's huge. Current progress to Universal Horror Unleashed, a year-round horror attraction in Las Vegas. This is as of January 1st, 2024, located at Las Vegas's Area 15. And look at this thing, man. I mean, it looks huge. It's going to be dedicated to. It's huge. It's unbelievable. It's tremendous. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm glad progress, because I feel like this thing just always sneaks in. It's like, hey, don't forget about us, because Epic Universe is getting so many updates.
gosh.
So much is happening. While this thing's just like, hey guys, don't forget about me. We horror all year.
Right.
So
right.
I'm pretty excited about this just coming to fruition.
Yeah, it's nice to see it actually, like, be a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not just talking about it. It's, you're going to be about it.
Are we going to be about it?
This is like what I was talking about with the Fear Factor thing. I see it. It's legit. It's not, you know, it's not just a discussion board thing or just a talking point or just a, you know, how do I get clicks type of thing. Like, that's legit. It's happening, man. Like, it's look at that building.
Right.
Building's
It's
huge.
happening.
The building is so huge.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I hope we do get the originals, you know, the Jacksons, such like that. I hope we get IPs for things that are coming about that could be cool.
What if the
Give it to me.
the place that's replacing the Legacy store, what is that, the model?
Oh, the model. The model's coming in, baby. The model's coming in. Don't
What
you
if
worry.
it also had a model of the Las Vegas thing too? in there?
Ooh, I never even thought of that. If it's like, hey, don't forget about this.
Yeah.
This could be a thing that's happening.
I mean, that would be smart.
Don't you forget about this haunt.
They could
all the
have
way in
2 models in there.
Vegas.
Oh my God, 2 models. Now we do have her and him. Everything's on the pants.
Yes.
Everything's on the pants. Okay.
If we just add a third model to this equation.
The Erector. All right. So we're about to get into rumors, and this is all coming from Hollowed Out Horror. You can find them on Twitter or X or whatever. They're on Threads, Instagram. They're doing all these. I talked to them to say, hey, guys, we're going to give you a shout out. And they actually were like, hey, if you guys want us on at some point to talk, please let us know. So in a future special or episode, expect Hollow Out Horror to come up in this jank to talk. So they've been dropping some things. They did posters with little boo heads on actual properties. And I didn't just want to just keep going back and forth, so I just decided to grab their latest stuff that they were talking about. And we will start with, I don't see, this is what I'm saying. I put pictures up here and they don't seem to be up here. I mean, there's some, but we got these.
Simpsons.
Right, so it's all Simpsons themed. So I know this says finally, but whatever. But we're starting with this. And it says, finally, we've been hearing an eerie echoes and distant sirens. Could this herald a descent into the fog-shrouded town rather than the antics of a certain clown?
Oh.
So they've heard that instead. So maybe, what is it? It's not Shady Brooks. What's the town? Oh, man. Now I'm blanking. And we have a podcast about this fucking thing. It's escaping me. All the town, I mean, this is where the Pumpkin Lord stuff went down. Can't think of it. All right, so then there's definitely something strange in this neighborhood.
I thought it was
Not
Shady.
Sure.
I thought it was Shady Brook.
Okay, see, I thought Shady Brooks was the
It's
asylum.
the asylum, but I thought it was the asylum. I thought it was named after the town, though.
Gotcha. There's definitely something strange in this neighborhood. Not sure who'd we call about it. And I don't know if that's a Ghostbusters reference.
I could see that being a thing.
Okay, so let's talk Ghostbusters.
Movie.
Right. But like, do we do the new movie stuff? Do we do just Frozen Empire, which drops in March? And then you have Afterlife, which you could kind of predicate as the opening if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you could also just do the real Ghostbusters.
The cartoon?
Yeah, you got so much to pull from that. As long as you really just have the Ghostbusters in general.
Right.
You know, like I feel like it's the type of IP where, yeah, you've got the movie coming out, but you don't need to stick to the movie. You've got so much to pull from that you can just be like, we've got the Ghostbusters coming back, and they need to save New York City from insert whatever, villains got loose because Dickless unleashed, turned off the power grid. Again.
It's true. This man has no dick.
I wish that was in the press statement. Dickless turns off power grid, and you and the Ghostbusters have to go round up the ghost in New York City.
And that's all it is. We're people in New York while they got to round them up. Fantastic.
While they rounded them up.
What a fantastic original to the IP.
Right? There it is. That's your Ghostbusters house. That's who you're going to call, baby. That's the house that I want to be at.
Holy shit. Can we please call it Ghostbusters Pecker's Empire? I ain't afraid of no Peck.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm into this. Okay. Well,
that's my want.
How about you? Do you see Ghostbusters as that tease?
No.
No. What do you see?
I mean, I see that's what they're trying to allude to, but I don't feel like it's there. I don't feel like Ghostbusters is going to be there.
Oh wow! Just flat out no.
I just don't.
Okay. Well, here we go. Let's start at the beginning, Tarantino style. Here we go. Welcome to HHN 33 speculation season. While it's still early to make a map, we thought it would be fun to talk about the current rumors going around. And I like that because this is definitely the time where all that's spreading out. Not a goddamn soul should know, okay, well, the big ones
HHN
are coming over
doesn't
here.
even
Tense
really
ones
know.
are here. Like, they got to figure out where all those IPs are going. So the first and foremost thing they say is that it is believed that Netflix will have a featured IP or IPs at the event. Stranger Things Wednesday and Fear Street seem possible. So what is the possibility that Netflix just goes ham? Because they're not going to have Stranger Things. Stranger Things is currently filming. But if you do have Wednesday, if you do have Fear Street, and they're like, you can make Fear Street into a mega house, you can make it into a scare zone. We've seen them do both. But also Wednesday is an idea of a monster property.
You have some points. The only thing that would, I feel like Netflix, like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, that's.
You're also talking about the biggest global streaming service known to man. That money is no object and promotion is everything.
Yeah, because here's the thing, they'll just raise our fucking Netflix fee anyway at some point.
No, I know that. I mean, but Universal has to pay.
They have to pay for it?
Yes.
I don't know if that's necessarily. I think it's a give and take scenario.
Yeah, I think there's a cross to this. I think there's more of a trade involved with this,
and maybe not even trade, but like think of like the Stranger Things things. It was like, hey, we want to do the IP here. Okay, well it's going to cost this much to build it. We'll fork out to build it. Okay, that's cool. You get the IP. Give us merch money. Okay, well you can get 30% of that. So make sure there's a lot of merch.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's
I think that there's
deals like that.
But I think that Universal has to pay for the right to have said house. Mm-hmm. And then there's like back end deals, part of it being like, okay, well then we want a cut of this. We also have a say in this.
Mm-hmm. I figured they just needed the express written consent of Netflix saying you are allowed to use our property. No.
Trust me, ain't nothing getting traded for free. No, that's an interesting way to look at. I never really, because I've always looked at it as Netflix or Universal would go to a company, hey, we're doing HHN. Do you have any interest to be a part of this? Oh, yeah, we do have interest to be a part of this. What kind of IPs can we talk about? Well, what about Stranger Things? Okay, Stranger Things, pretty big. We want to make sure we get some money out of it. Just like the theater business. It's like theaters, they get a cut of the tickets. They don't get the full amount.
Right.
So I think it's very much in that kind of land, if anything. But
I think that Universal is like, okay, we want to use Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. We're going to pay you to use it, just like,
yes,
you would pay for to have the movie on your streaming, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But then that's where I'm saying then the back end deal part of it of being like, okay, well,
you'll get a cut of the merch, but we get majority of merch.
Right. But there has to be the level of how much creativity and say so can somebody have in it.
Right.
Because it's original, you got to think of it's their property.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
And it's like, how much are they gonna
but going to the actual tweet being like multiple IPs.
Oh yeah.
There is a chance that Netflix is going to present this goddamn thing.
You could have a 2-for-1 deal here.
2, 3, and you have to pay extra for that.
Oh my gosh.
But I think this is the time. This is the fucking time. Because Stranger Things is hot. We're going into the final season. That last house was good.
Yeah.
No matter if it was your favorite or not, it was still good. But imagine...
they knocked it out of the park.
But imagine if they're just like, it is Universal in the upside down. And all the scare zones could be the upside down. But all the places are Universal, like New York, upside down.
Yeah.
San Francisco, upside down.
I don't foresee any Stranger Things
happening.
Just because of the new season coming out, like I feel like they need time.
I think that's,
I can
that's the year.
See
that's
like,
2 years away.
I can see like Wednesday. I can see Fear Street for sure because there was a lot of clamoring.
Three films. Got 3 films to pull from that. So
yeah,
if you really wanted to, you could straight up NFL Peacock us, and you could make 3 of the houses a different film. There's your three. There's your three.
Yeah.
You don't even have to put 3 in 1. You put 3 in 3 separate houses.
Oh God! I mean, to get 3 in 1, you really have to stretch it out to fill that house.
You get to go from 3 different sounds.
Are we talking double penetration of a house or triple penetration of a house?
I think we're talking triple penetration of houses here.
Is this on the back lot?
You're gonna have to do it in one of the stages. It's got to be one of the stages.
I cannot believe I just joined you guys.
Because you're not going to be.
Welcome to the party,
I'm not going to break through that. I'm not going to break through that tent ceiling.
You got to get through that. You just got to bust through that ceiling.
Thank you. You got to bust through the tent ceiling. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? If I can see the correct one, I think this is it. Bing, bang, boom. There we go. Yeah, no, it's not. No.
Blind
Bing, bang,
bastard. There you go.
Of course I'm blind. All right, so here we go. Next, we believe there will be another Universal Monster House this year.
Duh.
And we've heard that most about it is the Wolfman being the feature this year, with few others thinking Frankenstein's monster and the Gilman creature from the Black Lagoon could be involved.
That's interesting. I keep hearing a lot of creature.
You keep hearing a lot just focused on the creature?
Yeah.
I feel like this is what happens through the spec season. It's like, remember when the last year's spec happened? Oh, it's a Phantom House. No. It's going to be a Dr. Clyde and fucking Hyde.
What version did you say?
Wait, it's not called Dr. Clyde and fucking Hyde? Oh, okay.
Hyde.
Yeah, I know. No, I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. The Invisible Man, obviously, the Hunchback. But I feel like it at one point it was really like Dracula versus the Phantom.
Yeah.
Or this, it was so many rumors. And I think this is the house that's the hardest because to piggyback, this year, Lee Winnell's releasing The Wolfman.
Well, I also know, isn't there a new comic book for Creature coming out too?
A comic book for Creature? I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
What is that saying? If you throw paint on the wall, something's gonna stick?
If you throw shit
I don't think
at the wall.
Yeah.
If you throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Eventually, yeah.
Throw paint at the wall, you know?
Paint will always stick to the wall, you know? That's
what I was gonna say.
Kind of
but I love your idea.
Paint the wall.
I love it. Meanwhile, at Universal's fucking meetings, creative meetings, let's throw paint at the wall. I think you mean shit, Mikey.
Oh.
Shut up! And by the way, Mikey was Aiello.
Mikey was Aiello. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So wonderful. What say you? What do you think out of this rumor?
I mean, it would make sense. It would be the perfect year to. You're forgetting as well. While you could still go the Flanagan route again. There's a lot of other things on Netflix if they want to go multiple.
Fall of House of Usher.
Oh,
yeah, real fucking good.
It makes sense to think Wednesday, of course, with Wednesday season 2 in production. Jenna Ortega approved the scripts because she's a writer, and that was a legit. I'm just quoting a freaking headline.
I know.
I saw the headline. She approved the scripts for season 2. So we learned she's a writer,
supervisor.
Okay? Guys,
she's a script supervisor. Honestly.
Don't come at me, Rob.
I love it. By the way, all this information. Rob is the originator of bringing all these things to me, so thank you, Rob, for these. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, but Wednesday makes sense. I could see Wednesday being a thing, but if it's going to be like, to me, I think the easy bet where the odds would be a negative, and if you bet like $20, you're not really making anything on it, is Wednesday. Like it makes sense that Wednesday would be the thing. You have so much to pull from that. It's a great one.
You have a Beetlejuice movie coming out that stars her that's brought to you by the same guy that did Wednesday. To me, that's synergy.
Yeah, there's a lot there. And Beetlejuice was a house twice. He was there for COVID, and then he was there the year after COVID. So Beetlejuice used to also have a show, The Graveyard Stomp. And Beetlejuice still shows up, and he does meet and greets with people. It's Beetlejuice!
I see what you did there.
I like it. But what about the Universal Monster stuff?
The monster stuff, at this point, we're getting a monster thing. I laugh at it because you're right. It's the hardest one to pick, but I laugh at it because I feel like it's just people are just throwing out monsters at this point. Like every year, it's like we're getting
left?
one. So just
who's left?
It's going to be Frankie and Dracula and Wolfman. Wait. We already have them together. All right, so we need Wolfman, Creature, and Hunchback. Yeah, Hunchback. That makes sense, right? Yeah.
Right.
It's just.
I heard it's the Comedy House this year, and it's going to be based on the two hosts from the horror makeup show.
Yeah.
And they're running away from the monster they created, that big wolf.
The big wolf.
Exactly. It's Gabriel. Oh wait, no, Gabriel's too new of a monster from James. We're gonna get a monster thing. I'll wait until we get a little bit closer to the leaks from inside of the house, and people are like, "Yo, no, I'm building a swamp." All right. Well, we know he
should be there.
Creature's gonna be there then.
I will say to kind of also finalize, because obviously we'll get that Universal Monsters house, but usually it's a 5 and 5 pick. And just for fun of speculation, if you did 3 Freer Streets, a Fall of Usher, a Wednesday, that's 5 houses. And that could be your entire fucking IP list.
That could
and
be your
4 of them
house.
are brought to you all by Netflix.
Right.
Peacock Bar no more. It's the Netflix fucking chill.
Nice.
It's the Netflix and chill bar.
Is that the one that I wish I knew the name of the song
couches.
from the movie? I wish I knew the name of the song from the movie.
Couches.
Crap! It's the one that it's the place where they just play the song from Saltburn over and over.
Oh my god! Can I get a Saltburn house immediately? Can I get a bathtub shot?
You just have to go through those scenes.
Oh my god, I'm never leaving the graveyard.
I know.
I'm never leaving the graveyard. All right. Yep.
No, I found that
Robert Kirkman's doing it?
Yes. So the Hollywood Reporter, this was released on January 12th. A Creature from the Black Lagoon comic book coming from Robert Kirkman's Skybound Entertainment exclusive. The comic is the second title to come out of Skybound's partnership with Universal Products and Experiences, and continues its trend of taking on the studio's famous screen monsters.
Okay, I'll take it.
Gosh.
I mean,
I
we're
can't
getting them back
for
in.
Rick.
You can't drown them, Rick! Awesome. All right, let's move on to the Blumhouse. Blumhouse is expected to have a presence at the event. Either a solo house or return of the horrors of Blumhouse. This is the tricky one, because I feel like they finally nailed that horrors of Blumhouse. Mm-hmm. And I personally think, granted, I've never seen the movie. I have no need to see it. I will watch it if they did it. I think that's a perfect fit for the Five Nights at Freddy. Yeah. I feel if you duel it, because not only will you get the heads that are like, ooh, I want to go to this, but then the several horror movies is Imaginary. Is that one of Blumhouse's movies this year?
Yeah, the teddy bear one. I think they're
the teddy bear. It. I mean, like, that's the same goddamn thing.
I'll give you this, having seen Five Nights at Freddy's. I could see where it makes a house, but also at the same time, I could see it would make more sense to be a part of a small portion of a house, because that entire film, really, the reality is, what are you going to do? You got to have us walk through a forest area and then Freddy's Pizzeria, like,
right,
and different places in Freddy's, like,
that's why
cool. All right, whatever. Walking down a corridor.
Right.
You know, walking into a security room. Like, that'll be cool, but it feels too thin for a house.
And that's why I think the Black Phone worked. I mean, the Black Phone was scary, but they made it where it was condensed. It was like, these are the scary moments.
Yeah.
Yes. You use the right word to describe the house. I use the word for the movie. It's a confined movie, which is like what Five Nights at Freddy's is, because you're just confined to it. All the shit happens at the pizza parlor, overnight. Right. So, like, what is that house?
Right,
it's just a fucking pizza parlor.
It's just a fucking pizza parlor.
That's what it is.
What are you looking up? You're looking up Blumhouse films of the year?
Yeah, that's coming out.
Night Swim? Is Night Swim going to be a house?
That's on my don'ts. That's on my not.
Yeah, that's on the don'ts. That's on the don't.
Yeah, that's on my don't.
Oh, Brooks looking.
Imaginary.
Yeah, Imaginary.
Yeah, is the teddy bear
on
one
Peacock.
Comes out in like
so now you're just going backwards.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so that's their latest, and they're not going to tell us what's coming besides that.
Okay.
So Imaginary, but again, if you wanted to have fun, that's the two. Or you could do Megan finally.
Yes,
you can finally bring Megan into it as a horrors of Blumhouse. I would like to see that. All right, let's move on to the next one. And what we have here, strange and unusual happenings, old or new, or possibly the two. It rhymed. So I have no idea.
Possibly the two. I didn't realize we were going to fucking have Jim Carrey writing us letters, man.
Yes, this is how rumors work. I don't want to give it away. Do you have any takes?
No, I almost need you to read it again to me.
Oh, absolutely. No problem.
This is a fucking riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah.
Riddle me this. Strange and unusual happenings, old or new, or possibly the two. And we get a picture of Homer looking so creepily in the.
I think that's the Johnny Cash episode, if I recall.
Right, but like
the chili pepper.
Strange and unusual just reminds me of Beetlejuice.
Same.
Yeah. Same. Old and familiar.
Right.
We had it before.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's fair. They could. Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
And we're living in a world where I was like, they'll never do Exorcist Believer because the movie hadn't come out yet.
And
Beetlejuice comes out September.
Labor Day weekend. Opening weekend.
Does it really?
It's the Labor Day weekend release. It's September 6th.
Are we getting a fucking Beetlejuice 2 house? Are we fucking getting a Beetlejuice 2?
That would be crazy.
That would be very crazy,
but I kind of hope not.
HHN presented by Jenna Ortega.
Specific reasons why we
Jenna Ortega presents HHN 33.
Our jets on the movies too. All right, let's steer that maybe to 2025.
Okay, we'll skate past that. We'll skate past that.
But I have a feeling that's what that is, and
that's
awesome.
Beetlejuice too.
That's awesome.
Selling it perfectly. Selling it perfectly. Okay, woo! This one, he's not usually this small, but he's just as threatening.
Yeah, sorry, I just go sexual there, so I can't help you.
Are we getting an inner space house with Dennis Quaid? Is he going to enter Marty Short and help him get back with Meg Ryan? If anybody got that reference, thank you. You can't click it. It's not going to play. Oh, I thought you were trying to.
No.
Okay. It's a screenshot. It's not going to play.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I have nothing for this.
I'm trying to think, like...
Child's Play?
I was thinking that, but not usually this small makes me think it's something that can change sizes.
Right.
The Blob.
The Blob. Yeah.
Gremlins.
Yeah, let's start that. It's Scream.
It's Scream. Oh no! It became the Purge. It became the Purge again. I love that. That's their go-to. Purge it. Oh my God. Okay, so then we went back to the one I had started with, and that is it on those.
On those rumors.
On those rumors. So once again, these are rumors from Hollowed Out Horror. You can follow them on Threads, Twitter, Instagram. They're on everything, and they're pretty cool. So that's where I'm going to get all my speculation stuff this season. Overall, it feels very in tune to the things that seem as a regular for HHN. Mm-hmm. Like, we have a nice relationship with Netflix. We have a great relationship with Blumhouse. And then we're going to give you these IPs.
Right. Well, I think that, I mean, it's kind of like Marvel in the sense of they have their formula.
Right.
So let's continue to click our formula.
Right.
And make things.
Do the same thing.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Just do the same thing.
Yeah. Because it's spectacular. Mm-hmm. And I think that they were definitely on the right route this year, more so with the food than previous.
Oh, man,
okay, so let's pump into our final section of the show. These are our wants for HHN. Yes. Our wants and do nots of HHN 33. Wonderful. What are your wants for said event besides not happening? Big ones. Hurricanes. Tornadoes. Yeah. Oh my.
I want Five Nights at Freddy's. I want actually, I think it would be kind of cool. It's not gonna happen. This is why it's the once. Right. I think it would be cool to do X, Pearl, Maxine, and that, like, do that kind of trilogy.
Even as a threefer in one house.
Yeah, in one house, kind of the horrors of, you know, whatever you want to call, whatever they're calling that trilogy. He's calling that trilogy. You know, that would be a nice one. That would be cool. You know, don't search anything about Maxine, because that's why it probably wouldn't happen right now. But that would be fun.
Whatever. I don't even want to get into it.
I don't care. I'm still seeing it. I'm seeing it.
I'm seeing it. Whatever. Fuck them.
Well, and based off of like what we've talked about, I feel like you need something a little more like legacy, a little more icon as far as an IP icon goes. Mm-hmm. Let's get Freddy Krueger, man. Let's get Freddy Krueger in there finally. Let's finally do the thing with Freddy, man. We've had Texas Chainsaw. We've had Halloween.
Right.
They've all gotten their time.
They did.
We're doing. Yeah. He had to share.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same.
It's time for him to shine.
And I
had the fucking television show before everybody else started getting television shows. Come on.
This is true. I'm going to piggyback in a way with you, and it kind of leads into our Patreon show that we're going to get into. Frighteners.
Yes, I thought about this one as well.
And it's not just Frighteners, because here's the thing. Frighteners, for me, I think that's the thing I've been looking for, because I haven't had an IP since Halloween where I'm like, I want, like, this is my need to go.
Okay.
Like a classic IP. And that's where I think we're kind of missing at the moment, especially in the last couple of years. I love my Universal Monster House. Obviously, those are classic, but they're retooled for like now. They're more hardcore. They're more angry. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. But like,
I prefer my vampires emo.
Exactly. But I do feel like we're missing that legacy IP. We're missing Evil Dead. We're missing The Frighteners. We're missing Friday the 13th. We're missing A Nightmare on Elm Street. And with where Warner Brothers is heading right now, I feel like now what you were talking about, where it's like, yeah, we'll sell some IPs for you to do at the event. Why not? Go for it. We need money. But like, that's where I, like, ever since Halloween Horror Nights 2019 with like Ghostbusters, you know, even Beetlejuice coming through the COVID year. Like, I'm wanting that again. I want something that we all grew up on that's legacy. And for me, it is Frighteners. That is a 1996, 30-something-year-old thing now. So let's get there. How about you? A one. Almost 30 years. My bad.
That kind of hurt my heart. We're not going to talk about it.
20-something.
Honestly, there's a few things, and it's mainly about what we talked about with rumors is where I kind of focused. I personally would love to see Creature get some shine, just because I feel like you can do so much greatness with that.
Yeah.
And I would love to see Fear Street.
Yeah.
Like, that would...
Yeah. They nailed that fucking series. And with rumors of a fourth one coming, I mean...
What's crazy about it is, like, not that I couldn't anyways, but it would... Obviously, we would rewatch, and that would be exciting.
That's a fun rewatch.
Yeah.
That's a fun rewatch.
Yeah.
All right, so don'ts. What's something HHN could do without this year? Wonderful.
And we know it's happening, but I actually would prefer them to have a Blumhouse-less year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I would prefer a break because I feel that the Blumhouse stuff recently has just been, you know, there hasn't, like, since Megan, it's just been, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So none of that stuff that I've seen, like, I would prefer them to go with, like, a Thanksgiving.
Right.
Like, go that route instead of teaming up with Blum. But I know that they're going to team up with Blumhouse because
it's a Universal. Like, Universal and them are together.
Right? Yeah. They're like,
and they posted that picture. They posted that picture the other day with, like, to-do lists in 2024. And one was be at HHN.
And that didn't move the needle for me. That just, you know, that just kept it where it's been. You know, I'm just kind of sitting there. It didn't make me, you know, really move up. No. Or I guess me move that way.
Put me in a stage studio.
Either way,
I don't know where this thing's going.
I don't know.
Either way, it didn't. You know what? It didn't. You know, like, if this was the ceiling, it didn't make me go through. It didn't bust the ceiling for me. It didn't bust the ceiling.
We're not busting through that ceiling.
It didn't.
We gotta bust through that HHN ceiling.
Yeah, I gotta get. Somebody's got to bust that ceiling for me, and Blum just doesn't get it.
I love it. I think my don't for this year. Don't act like you're not impressed.
Yeah, don't act like you're not impressed.
It's a pattern in the pants.
It's bleeding a lot.
Jesus.
He's taking his blue chew. It's several. He's eating several blue chews. My don't be like Farloff. The last couple of years. Don't comedy be that. Nights? Not even comedy nights. Like, I've enjoyed the last few years of HHN, and I do have ways that I'm going to kind of change it up just for, like, my sense of things. But, like, I think they're at, you say Blumhouse, I say HHN has plateaued in innovation. I think when you look at the Vampire Scare Zone from last year, as it was my favorite, that's just them copying their 85 one. When you look at their icon, when he's going around doing things, like, all the icons have done.
Well,
that's the ceremony, but, like, it's not innovative.
They've had a shift in creative around it, and I think they're trying to.
But if that's the case, then there should be change.
I know, but I'm saying
that's my thing. I feel like when you and I started going from 2013.
No, it was like almost different, very different every year.
And once we got to the 80s year, I feel like since that first 80s year, it's been the same event.
Yeah.
Where before, like, they were like, oh man, we should do fucking food. Oh man, we should do this. Oh man. And now it's just, oh, it's the last year event. And now what's kind of frustrating about it is that it has become this, okay, bring your influencer self. Yes, ring lights are invited. Ring lights are invited. Please come, do all the thing.
Yeah.
Show the fucking thing, because we want to be on TikTok for a half hour so people will come and not have a good time. That's what kind of the event has felt like.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's as you describe it. It reminds me of like sports video games. Why I don't buy the New Year game, or like the issue with the WWE games sometimes. It's just, it's the same game as the previous year. You made me pay the same amount of money. All you did was change the roster.
Right.
That's all you did. The gameplay is the same. Everything else is the same. You just changed the roster to update it. Yeah. So it's the newest and freshest thing in here. That's
right.
It.
And
I'm still gonna pay for it because I like it.
That.
Like, you know, it's not. It's not. Yeah, like it's a good.
It's not enough to be like, I'm not going.
Right.
It's not. You know,
there were things that were cool. I
remember
remember going into last year not looking forward to that tribute store. Right. And then when we went in, I was like, God damn, this is fucking gorgeous. Yeah. They figured it out. Because I felt like the last couple of years they didn't. I feel like they had an idea and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But I felt like that idea worked. But like, it's still predicated on things that have been before.
I think that I am just so in awe of everything. And take everything in as like that face value, which I totally get.
Yeah.
And I feel like they have gone into some depth, obviously because of the lore behind a lot of it. And I do think that they are expanding. Like they had the Peacock Bar this year and things like that. So I'm just interested to see what they continue to grow and build.
I hope. And the thing that really just hits
because it's really an entire event.
Yeah, but like here's the thing, and it's kind of funny. They're smart enough to always change. It's not like this isn't a knock of like Hollow Scream, but like what is our complaint about Hollow Scream?
It's the same
houses.
It's
the same houses, same thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that HHN has done is change the IPs in the houses.
I mean, yeah.
If you look at its skeleton, it's the same fucking thing as Mardi Gras, the same thing as the holiday festival. It's the same thing. They're just able to change it. It's like if the holiday was like, oh, we're not doing Grinchmas this year, we're doing Elf. And it's now, but you meet Buddy the Elf. And it's a stage play of Buddy the Elf. It's still the same fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
But
that's what we're there for.
Yeah, but I don't want it to sound like I'm jaded. What I'm saying is, don't be new. Don't be afraid to do something new.
Yeah.
Because you guys have walked the fucking. I feel like everything that's new costs money. There's nothing about the event that I can is free.
No,
the Peacock Bar costs money.
Right.
The Dead Coconut Club costs money.
No,
Give me something that doesn't cost, like that comes with that fucking ticket.
It makes me think, and I think it's more of that innovative, and it's hard because it's like, you know, okay, show me something shiny, come up with something new type thing. But I think of the year where they had the catwalk and the scare zone and how they changed and altered that scare zone. And I was so impressed and so like wanted to sit there and watch it. And it was something I had never seen before type thing, something done where I think that's, you know, kind of what I'm looking for in that sense, or kind of what I feel like you're saying. And I'm not saying like everything has to be brand new, but you can't just continue to take that skeleton. And not that the skeleton's not great. So it's hard because you don't want to break something.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's just, like I just said, I think that me spitting it out finally, I want something that I'm purchasing with that ticket to be different.
Yeah, especially because that ticket is so expensive.
It's so expensive. When I went to Islands of Adventure in 2021, Velocicoaster was new. That was a brand new fucking thing. That's the same price as that ticket. Do the same thing. If it's 11 houses, I'll take it. You know what? You've never done 11 houses before, and it's coming with it.
Yeah. I think we won't get that until it's like an anniversary year.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. That's a different kind of spectacle. Yeah. Do you have any don'ts?
Don't go spicy with the food.
Don't go spicy with the food. Go as bland as possible.
No. That's what I'm saying. They knocked it out of the park last year with
food was good. Food was good. All right, so
this was fun, guys.
We're back. Specials.
Good being back.
Yeah, specials will be coming around. We'll
coming around the mountains we come.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say them.
The haunt season?
Oh, I thought you said something else. My bad. There we go. All right, so this was a special. We'll be back with more specials. Halfway to Halloween's around the corner. Red Vein Escape, they got some stuff that we want to do. So there is more content from the Hunters coming out, and we will see you next time. Wonderful. Do your thing, baby.
Stay scared, my friends.
There it was.